Center in Detroit is known for inspiring, educating, and entertaining audiences with its African and African American cultural arts programming. It also provides an outlet for artists to create and present their work. Here to tell us more about what's in store this season is Oliver Ragsdale Jr. He is the president of the Carr Center. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be
It's
here.
good to see you.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It has. So tell us, what is going on at the Carr Center?
The Carr Center's all ahead live, all ahead live. We have a great season coming up, the winter-spring season. We have Dee Dee Bridgewater and Terry Lynn Carrington, our co-artistic directors, who replaced Jerry Allen, who was on this show the last time I was here, as the co-artistic directors, and they're doing a tremendous show together on April the 13th about legends, with a tribute to Joni Mitchell and Tina Turner and the great Nancy Wilson. In a couple of weeks on February 23rd, Savion Glover's going to be here. Wow. He's our artist in residence this year, and he's doing 2 days of workshops for students and professionals, and then a performance at the Detroit School of the Arts on February 23rd that is going to highlight, we're calling it a percussion conversation. Dee Dee is going to scat, Terry Lynn is going to play the drums, Savion is going to dance his little toes off. It's just going to be an incredible night.
That sounds
and there's
amazing.
more.
Yeah, right. There's always more.
Always more.
You guys are in a new spot, too. You were in the middle of downtown Detroit, just south of Grand Circus Park on Woodward for a bit, which I loved when I lived downtown, and I could sort of walk by and see all the really great art you guys have through the windows.
It was a great space.
But you've just moved up the street, right?
We've moved up the street. We're at the University of Michigan Detroit Center, where we're doing our gallery work. We have a great exhibition on African Lapa there now. We are doing our programming, as I said, our performing arts programming and educational programming is happening at the Detroit School of the Arts. So we're really excited. And there'll be an announcement in the coming weeks about a new permanent gallery space. We're staying and concentrating our efforts in the Midtown area. We've had a great relationship over the years with Midtown and Sue Mosey and the folks there. Our admin offices are in the Hannon House Center, so everything will be nice and concentrated.
Is right there. One of the things I don't think people really get about the Carr Center is, and this is one of the things I really like about it, it's the participatory nature of it, right? You don't just go and look at things, or you don't just go see a performance. There's really an opportunity to get involved in creating your own art.
It's a couple of different things. African Americans are participatory people. So what we like to say is we present African American content in African American context. So it's not unusual to be at a concert and hear that applause, or hear somebody call out, or hear people sing the songs and say, "That's my song, that's my tune." Those types of things. And we have great opportunities for young people to train. Debbie Allen will be back again this summer with the Dance Intensive, and those auditions are going to be on March the 23rd. But we're also adding a musical theater component that she's going to be leading, and that audition is March the 24th. And then this summer we'll have 2 weeks of intensive area. We're going to be announcing something about film and education with film with a new LA school that we're affiliating or partnering with. So there's lots of ways that artists can play, they can display their art, people can come and sit in the audience and just have a good old time.
Yeah. So put the artists and art scene in the city right now in some context. It seems to me like things are getting better. There's more support for the arts than there used to be. There are more opportunities for people to participate in the arts, but I wonder how that looks from your chair.
Well, I think that we have great days, and you always have challenges.
Yeah, right.
There are challenges in fundraising, so we welcome the donations, we welcome the ticket buyers, we welcome the people who want to participate with tuition and have their kids involved. We see the donor pool changing and growing as audiences grow. The Carr Center is focused on not just having African Americans experience the African American culture, but we want the greater world to experience and know the African American culture. As a matter of fact, we're going to do a broadcast from Detroit to Russia in March. And they are going to broadcast back to us. And we have a new partnership that's developed with one of the regions in Russia that will have a number of things happening in the next couple of years. So a lot of broad things. You have to think about the world and taking Detroit to the world, and that's one of the things we're really interested in.
Talk a little more about the partnership with Detroit School for the Arts, which is another wonderful gem here in the city
It's
of
an
Detroit.
incredible gym. We began the relationship last summer when Debbie Allen was here, and we've been able to extend it. In some ways, the Carr Center has adopted the DSA, and whenever artists come to town, they're doing workshops and sessions with the artists, and we have an internship program where students at DSA are paired with the visiting artists to really get to see the behind the scenes. And they've put this great program together called the Ambassadors, and they're the host in the building. And so they've been sort of ushers, if you will, and greeters, and very excited about being around those folks. There's great leadership at the school and a lot of excitement about what's happening. So we're delighted to be there.
Well, and that's it's also important given the turn back in the schools to the idea of the arts. I mean, the new superintendent has said we got to have this in every school. We can't short our kids that opportunity.
You know, those of us who have been artists, I figured out. I've been doing this. I've been a musician for like 55 years. 55 years, and I've been an arts administrator. I spoke at a conference last week. 42 years that I've been doing this stuff, and so these young people. We're in generations that haven't had those kind of experiences that we've had. And so the Carr Center is really dedicated to making sure that those kinds of experiences exist and that they're world-class experiences. We have world-class artists who already live and work here in Detroit. And then this whole other set of people, the Dee Dee Bridgewater, an NEA, National Endowment for the Arts Jazz Master, Terry Lynn Carrington, 3 Grammy Awards, and up for another one this year. Debbie Allen has 10 People's Choice Awards. 10 times she choreographed the Academy Awards. All of those people are working here. And we have another one, Carrie Mae Weems. Carrie Mae, who is our resident artist in visual arts this year, and has put together an incredible program with 10 young scholars between 22 and 32 years old in the visual arts who are from all over the country who applied to come and be a part of the Detroit art scene. So that's happening. And we have a jazz band that does the same thing that Jerry created before she passed called the Gathering Orchestra. So it's, all levels, all ages, all people.
Yeah, and it's for all of us here
all
in the
people.
city of Detroit.
All people.
All right, Oliver. Wonderful to catch up with you.
Thank you.
Congrats on the award.
Thank you. Check us out at thecarcenter.org.
Yeah. All right.